Yo, we getting crazy today, fellas. My goodness. Max, cold damage hurricane, rocking and rolling. Not where I was planning on going, but I see this was terrorized. You know what? Let's hit it. So yeah, these guys, I think these are all immune to cold right now. So actually, I have no Sunder Charm. I am throwing tornadoes still, but yeah. So get this. I was testing the build before the stream. Like I was getting the gear on. I was like, is this what I want to do? I don't remember. Been a while. Look at these boots I found. I did one. I found this in the first half of my first Stony Tomb run. Look at these boots. Yeah, I found those. I did get a clip of me dropping it live too. I actually had my OBS running and I clipped it of me actually dropping it too. So you can't say I faked it. Yeah, those are some pretty sick boots. For sure. Those could be... I'm not sure for sure. I'll check my mule or whatever. Yeah, this is not a great area for this. If you Sunder Charm, let's see, Sundered minus. It's interesting. I didn't realize that these cold immunes would get broken with no Sunder Charm even. Wow, every cold immune gets broken out here. I do have Infinity. So Infinity in the cold plains, even when terrorized at this high a level, breaks to cold immune, which is interesting. It doesn't break a lot of cold immunes in the game, so it's a little behind chat, but you guys can kind of get the picture here. Plus, I do have right at the top of the description, I have like pretty much the build guide or build showcase with the kind of a guide, you know, and with pretty much this exact same setup, I believe. But yeah, minus cold on the Doom. We got a really bad Nightwings. I cannot find it. This was the best Nightwings I've found so far at plus 11, so it is what it is. 4 cold faceted Monarch, like a dog, like a G. And then yeah, just some other elemental skillers there. Okay, good. I did put elemental skillers down here, right? That sounds like something I would do. Forget to have elemental skillers down there. Right now, this is on players 3, by the way, too. It's not a build I really like doing over like players 3. It's just kind of what I would prefer. You could do higher, but you know how I am. So jumping into shouting out everybody real quick here like I usually do, but I was doing a bunch of chit chat in there. It's got Scott, Slayer Saint, Harris, what's going on? Gear Fear Production, Durand, Big William, James Cartwright, what's up, what's up? Not important. What's up, what's up? Welcome in everybody. Smolfs G Stacks. Man, so many people I got a shout out here. Oh my gosh. What's up, Legend? Schmudo Gaming, what's going on? Toy Gun, Shano, Marco, Kenny the Kill. Welcome in everybody. Tubby, what's up, what's up? Justin, what's going on? Yeah, this isn't the place I was planning on running. I was just hopping out here to see what's up. So I'm pretty much planning on doing the Stony Tombs up, of course, because it's a cold build. There's no cold immunes down there with the exception of that one creepy guy. So what it do? What's going on, Jesse? It do. That's what it does done. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's like I was hitting the wrong buttons or something. Hold on real quick here for a second. Okay, so we're going to have... This is Hurricane up, so I know that's the Hurricane side. This is nothing up, so I know this is the other side. Okay. I teleport a little bit faster with my Spirit on the Spirit Monarch in the offhand, so... What's up from Canada? Vincent, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, Grimal, you know we gotta check. Oh, I forgot to take this stuff out. We'll just check real quick. Gotta check the Ogres, of course. Like, duh. More boots. It's exactly where I found the other boots, too. Both light plate boots off the exact same monster. This is literally exactly the same monster in the same place I found the other ones. Interesting coinky dink, I suppose. Oh, there he is. I was like, there's got to be a champion here, right? Have a good stream, Phil. Having a blast in Disney World. Nice! G-Stacks. Glad you're having a good time there.
Oh, great. Underscore hype. Underscore hype.
You
Underscore hype.
people. Thank you so much for the, what is this? 34 months of Slayership from Brad. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. Absolute legend. Ooh, what a Slayer. Teleport already. More light plate boots. These are apparently a high chance of dropping down here. A few ticks takes everything out. I throw some tornadoes too. They are have a lot of damage on them, so might as well, right? Looks like a fun build. Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of more, it's good, and it's kind of like a little bit of an oddity too, just to kind of switch it up here. I did rock this. I don't know. I wonder, I should look again when I used this last, if it was like a year ago maybe. There could be definitely other ways to set this up too, so I don't know if other people really ever play this and just for the funsies or whatever. Most people would usually just go max NATO. Really the max NATO version would be more damage, and depending on who you are, probably faster kill speed too. But Greg Kelly, what is going on? What would I use to level up this build? So I would really level this character up the exact way that it is pretty much built right now. Really the difference between the max cold version, the max hurricane cold version, and the regular tornado druid is essentially all gear differences. There's almost no build difference at all. So yeah, pretty much for any tornado druid, as you go through, so even on this build, tornado is maxed, hurricane's maxed, so all four of these are maxed. And you pretty much kind of do the same thing as you're playing through the game. You kind of spread your points between these and maybe some cyclone armor to help you out. You try to get down to the werebear. Now, you could either, or not the werebear, the summon grizzly. This is kind of one of your tanks. It does damage and it like just eats damage from the monsters or whatever. This time I decided to max Oak Sage, which I normally don't do, to try it out. I know it's a little behind chat here. I'll jump to the other side real quick since I'm chatting about it. So it has more life, but the thing is, maxing this out to not maxing out, it goes from like 300 damage to like 650 damage. But it does give you more max life, or radius, I guess. Usually what I would do is I would put points, you can put points in the Grizzly, it gets more damage, and some more life. But you actually get even more life from it if you want to be ultimate tank by going with the synergy of summon Direwolf right here. So sometimes I'll max out Direwolf to just get the life on this as max as you can, but it doesn't look like it really matters. Down here especially, it's just A-okay, fine and good to go. So I maxed out Oak Sage this time. So, Cyclone Armor so tanky. Ooh, yeah. Put this, put that. Go with this. So right there we got 4,800 health on me. I gotta pay attention, make sure, because if I don't have the proper handout. Wait, why is this messed up? There we go. Jeez. Teleports at like 1 frame a second here, because you don't have the spirit over here, so it's like ridiculous. It's redonk. A Buck Native, welcome in. Yeah. Okay, so we want to get rid of this. Go like that. Okay. A little bit of a, what is it called? You guys know monsters over here. Come on. When I first start off playing a build that I haven't played in like a year, always takes me an hour or so to get used to hitting the buttons, right? So. Ooh, quilted armor, let's go. Love it. Little Arctic furs here. Okay. Dude, 298 enhanced defense. Double up it so it's Dusk Shroud. Dude, you're rocking like tons of life. Or tons of defense, I mean, huh? Because you can up the sets now. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on, you got a J mod? No. It's just a regular Monarch with facets in it. It's not a J mod. Greg Kelly, welcome in, and HBS also welcome in. What's going on, fellas, ladies and gentlemen? Massive, smash that like button. No doubt. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. If you're all the wonderful, wonderful, amazing viewers, hit that like button for me. Huh? Appreciate you. Is Nightwing's best in slot for this build? I don't know for sure. That's what I went with here. It was either that or a Shaco. I don't know at this point. I haven't done the math. It, of course, would appear to add more damage, right? So that's why I went with it. So it's only got really, you can see a little bit, -5 plus 14. So I almost went with a Shaco for the DR, and obviously you get life and mana and magic find. I was thinking about going with that. Maybe I should pop it into chat and see what y'all think. Havoc says, yeah, it's best in slot. Yeah, it does. It is more damage. I wonder if it really matters, though. You know what I mean? Because for magic find, I have 231 here. So a Shaco would bump me in. A Shaco bumps me up to 300 something. With it would bring my mana up a little bit. You see it right here. It doesn't really stay up that good, but it also doesn't matter too much. My resistances are garbage, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter when you're specifically running here, doing this. So I thought about it. Just made a delirium not important. Says in a 3 bow helm. Nice, nice. When you turn into the little Stygian guy, can you still cast battle orders, or? I don't really know how it works. I've never rocked out delirium that much. Buck Native saying Druid is fun. Letting that bear wreck is awesome. Yeah, bear's a nice tank, and it does put out, you know, some good damage too, I suppose. I mostly pay attention to it, or have it for the massive tank that it is. But I thought about doing a summon druid too. I honestly did, but I don't know. Not being able to control the summons, really kind of annoying to me. So, all right, we'll try to. I'm gonna try to pick it up a little bit here. Well, that's a pretty empty level. Just a little bit. You know me, I'm never too crazy with max efficiency, but... Doom or 6-faceted, is it better? Not a Call to Arms, I can tell you that one's not better. So, 10, 20, 30, so it'd be plus 30, minus 30. Couple skills, Holy Freeze. I mean, I would say Doom. Not, once again, that's not one of the things I'd done the math for, but you get more minus, and usually minus does, like, minus res is usually way better than plus res, just in general. But I don't know if technically minus 12 res is would be more damage than plus 30, but I think it would be. Lions won, Bills won, Mike Tyson. What a weekend. Boy, yeah, that Tyson fight was rough. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was worse than I expected, I'll tell you that much. So, ever try betting on English Premier League soccer games? I'm guessing you mean. You said football, but you probably mean soccer. No, I don't watch soccer. I'm half joking. I know it's the same thing, but it's funny. Chick would be a good choice too. Less damage, says Havoc. Yeah. I think I might try. I'm gonna try the Shaco for a couple runs here. I got it right here. Max Spirit Wolves. This time I didn't. I tried doing something different. I actually maxed out. I don't like casting a bazillion summons at the very start of a run, you know? So I don't use the other ones anyways. Because like I said, I don't like spending, 15 seconds casting summons at the beginning of the run. So the Spirit Wolves would just be adding life to my bear, essentially. But yeah, I ended up maxing out. I maxed out the Oak Sage this time. Just to, it gives him more life. It gives it more radius. So hypothetically, if he floated away from me, and my bear, it's enough radius that it probably wouldn't matter either way because enough plus skills. But it does give a little bit more plus life, right? If you have more skills in it. So I decided to try that this time. It's not how I usually do, but you know, sometimes I like doing things different. Cyber says this was his favorite Druid build. Really? Yeah, I didn't know really people ever play these, you know? Never really seen them never see them around, but I like doing different things sometimes. Horace saying Mike Tyson win, LOL. Yeah, it looked like it was just like it looked like, I don't know, I wouldn't say fake match. It looked like two like friends like sparring. You know, like, hey, we're gonna practice. Let's just like spar in the ring here, buddy. Okay. That's like what it looked like. Two people that weren't actually trying to like knock each other out or anything. But I don't know. What do you expect from a guy who's 58? Maybe it's our fault for expecting it to be anything more than what it was, huh? Son of War said he thinks once below 0 minus res important, more important. Trying to think mathematically if that was true, why it would be the case. I'm not a math wizard, but I feel like it would be the same goodliness. That's the technical term for it. Either way, but maybe there's something like I said, I'm not a math expert. Not important says he thinks minus res always most OP. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Maybe there is some mathematical reason, but I don't know of it. Vincent says clear speed decent, like it so far. Yeah, and this is players 3, and this is an area that's specifically good for cold, so yeah. So I kind of like it with the Shaco, to be honest. I don't think I really feel any difference between the Shaco and the Nightwings, really. 1 tick, 2 tick, everything died. 1, 2. So it probably is like 5% more damage, but on the skeletons, 1 tick takes away about 70% of the life. So I feel like the 5% damage difference doesn't affect anything, since it takes 2 like ticks of the hurricane regardless of the damage difference. So yeah, I think we'll the way I have it set up too, I just gotta every once in a while use a potion, like 1 or 2 per run, but you get at least 1 or 2 full rejuves every run, so it should kind of turn out fine. Oh, Grimo. Cyber user says it's tornado with hurricane. Yeah, I mean, mine's just more focused around the cold damage, really. So it's more just tick, 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 tick. Of course, this guy's a extra strong cold enchant, spectral hit. Jeez, this guy's like a beast over here. This way, if I don't hit the monsters, it kills stuff faster. Like, really, I could just look over like this and just wait for everything to die, right? Perfect build for Phil. That's what I'll do. The next run, I won't use the tornadoes at all, and I'll see what happens with the kill speed. Fred says, congrats on the Lions domination. Yeah, we've had a couple of easy games the last, 2 of the last 3 weeks. Of course, that Houston game was not a disaster. We won, but geez, in the middle there, obviously. But yeah, just domination. But yeah, when you're going up against Mac Jones, Boy, one thing that's kind of disappointing is in my keeper league, I'm kind of towards the bottom, unfortunately. Like, I think I may make the playoffs, but I'm just going to kind of squeak in, and from then, who knows what can happen. But so I traded Pollard away because I have Tajay Spears on my team too, and since Spears came back, they're kind of splitting carries, and of course I trade away Pollard, and instantly Spears gets a concussion. I'm like, oh great, perfect. Now that trade looks real bad, but you don't know when injuries are going to happen. I mean, Spears still only had single digit, or I think Pollard had like 6 points in the game. So, I mean, like, not like it helped that guy out anyways. Oh yeah, I said I wasn't going to throw any tornadoes. I guess we'll do it next run. I'm missing with all my twisters anyways, so. Fanaticism Axe. Let's see, what were we talking about here? Lost my spot. Fanaticism Axe on a Tornado Druid. Well, the Fanaticism Axe, I feel that you would have been playing like a Summon Druid if you were using that one, I think. Is that on Beast? Is Fanaticism, I think? Maybe? Not sure. James says he's a math wizard. All you need to know is 2 is slightly more than less than 2. Oh boy, yeah, that checks out now that I think about it. Yeah, because if it's 2 but it's like a little bit under, but then it's more than it, so then it's actually a little less. So yeah, that makes sense. Vincent, yeah, this is 85 area. It was not 85 area in LOD. So prior to Diablo 2 Resurrected, but now in Diablo 2 Resurrected, this is an 85 area. Yep, it's a new one they added in. There are, it's good for fire builds and it's good for cold builds. Okay, so this time I'm using no tornadoes, only the hurricane. You know what? It'll probably be faster if I don't use the tornadoes, to be perfectly honest. Because then I don't have to pay attention to doing anything except for standing near the monsters. Like legit, it already feels a little faster. I think I literally was wasting time trying to throw tornadoes. Stop trying, Phil. It makes you even worse. Not important is, do I think it's worth farming LK right off the bat to play non-sorceress characters? Yes, I do. I actually recommend that. I recommend that people do that. And, yep. Just play through till you get to Act 3 and get to LK and just do that right off the bat with the sorceress. That's kind of how I'd recommend people to start. It really does open up all the other characters to where, like, you can obviously play the other characters without Enigma, but a lot of times, anyways, for me, everyone's got their own opinions, the way they feel, act, whatever you want to call it. I would just always play the other builds like, man, I can't do this. Like, this just is automatically so much less efficient than being able to teleport. So it's like, so yeah, I'd kind of recommend that. Fred said, winning in both leagues by a good margin. CD Lamb going, and another guy, Nico and Stroud. 80 and 70. Jeez, you must have had Taysom Hill in both your leagues, huh? No, there was a lot of players that went off in fantasy this last week. I was up like 85-15, and then the person I was playing had Burrow and Chase, so Chase puts up 28 or whatever in this stinking league, the way the scoring is, and Burrow puts up 43 or something, and I was like, come on. So now I'm like 80-20 the other way, and I got Mixon going tonight, so I need Mixon to score like 20 or like 30 points, essentially. Good luck. Cyber said he needs to get back to D2R. That's the best thing I've ever heard anyone ever say, literally in my entire life. Literally. Didn't know they added more 85 areas in D2R, says Vincent. Yep, they sure did. Sure did. Let's see. I'm trying to think of which ones are 85 areas now that people do and they weren't before. So Stony Tombs. Oh, well, Masteries for the Barbarian. It's a skiller. Barbarians do melee damage, so max damage does help. It's a skiller. I feel like Mastery is maybe not the best skill to get on a skiller, but it is what it is. Raced, yo, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Let's see, what other 85 areas did they add that people do? Boy, I can't think of a single another one, to be honest. I know there are. Oh, excuse me, there are some, but I can't think of them now. Look at that. Maggot layer. Well, I don't think anybody farms the maggot layer usually. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know that I've ever heard of anybody doing that. I mean, it's not the whole maggot layer, isn't it? Isn't it just the bottom level of the maggot layer? But yeah, fellas, I was talking about areas that they added to D2R that are 85 areas now that weren't in D2. So this wasn't 85 in D, in LOD. Yeah, someone said the abandoned or whatever, those red portals in Act 5. I feel like nobody does those though. I feel like nobody does those. They're too hard for how many champions are down there. Yeah, Grindy says anyone who farms the maggot layer is nuts, right? I bet you this build farms maggot layer pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rock this with the Shaco for sure. Switched it up. Get a little extra magic find so that more likely to get the Tyrell's Might. Guaranteed to, anyways. 100% chance of Tyrell's Might from the Stony Tombs. So here's my new strat. I'm only going to shoot tornadoes, only shooting nados at the champion. Specifically. Did I say it wrong on purpose or accident? You might not ever know. Good old Jewel. Spider Cavern Arachnid's Lair, somebody said. Yeah, I guess people may do those once in a while. I don't know that I really... I don't know. People kind of just end up doing the same exact areas nowadays as they used to be perfectly honest. I don't really see people venture out too much. See a lot of cast sanctuary and fail runs. And then when stuff's terrorized, it's like, oh, look what's terrorized. Chaos Sanctuary. I guess I'll do that. Chaos Sanctuary isn't terrorized? Well, I guess I'll do Shout, huh? Guess I'll do normal Chaos Sanctuary then. As opposed to Atlantically. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fred, you say Mausoleum. Mausoleum's been an 85 area forever. That was actually my first ever video where I did a set of runs. I did 250 Mausoleum runs. My very first like set of runs I ever did for a video. And I found an Astrians and a Sarun. Pretty nasty. Two Armistices dunce. Hopefully got a good skill on him. Parody Mail saying he needs an Ohm Rune and LK not delivering. Unfortunate, yeah. You can always try slaying monsters somewhere, but I almost guarantee you, in my experience, lower Kuros is going to be the most consistent and fastest. You could go kill one monster and it could drop an Ohm Rune, but most likely it'll take you like 2 months to find an Ohm Rune from killing monsters, if not more. Like, it might take you 6 months or something, relative to like 20 or 30 hours of LK running. Fred said I was this many years old when I learned that. That's all good. It's impossible to remember everything. Atlas saying Chaos is his jam. Yeah, a lot of people love Chaos. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, to a point, I don't mind doing the same thing over and over again, but I don't mind doing the same thing over and over again if it's like definitively like the best possible thing. I mean, I don't know. Chaos Sanctuary are obviously good for a lot of things, a lot of stuff. Like, I don't mind doing LK because I'm like very positive it's like the fastest way to get Enigma and like all the other reasonable rune words you want to get off the bat. So I don't mind doing it over and over and over again, but we'll check it. Why not? Dude, a bow. I can make that delirium if it had one more on it. Arctic Blast. Yeah, Eric, I tried, I did that one time. Arctic Blast. I tried to just do like a meme video about it, and I was like, this is terrible. I can't make a video about this. I literally spent like 3 hours like transferring the gear over from my mules onto the character to go play it and stuff, and I was like, I can't. It's not even. There's no redeeming quality of Arctic Blast. Enigma being reasonable. Yeah, I mean, if you run LK like a few hours a day for like a couple of weeks, you'll have Enigma, you know. So then your single player account is set up forever with an Enigma. So redeeming quality of Arctic Blast, it's cool. I mean, it's cool in the sense that it does cold damage, yes. Oh, SOJ! Yes, let's go! Unidentified SOJ! Boom! Oh, alright. That'd have been a lot cooler if it was an SOJ. Heart of the Oak, best in slot for this build. Boy, I'm not sure. So 3 skills you think would be better than over minus 40 cold damage? I don't think so. I think if you were a cold sorceress, because of the way cold mastery works, Heart of the Oak, you want to use over minus res, but I think for anything that's not a sorceress that does cold damage, I think you want to get more minus res. I believe. That's just my take on it. Like, more res would be better than +3 to skills. I guarantee you, someone may argue that the plus skills with the FCR, the breakpoint, this and that, if they do the math, like, oh, if you cast the twisters perfectly and never miss and this and that and they pass perfectly, then you hit with every tornado and the DPS this and that. But I feel like sometimes when people calculate things out, they don't take into consideration that the twister's path like complete dog doo-doo, and everybody misses a ton. I do anyways. I shouldn't say everybody. Could be wrong though. Yeah, this is players 3, by the way. If someone asked that, I might have missed the question there. Do you only do super chests in OK or kill every? Oh, don't kill stuff for sure there, Pierre. I've heard arguments to say to hit the dead corpses and the log and the tied up bodies and stuff like that along the way. And I've also heard only hit the super chests. I'm a proponent of only hitting the super chests. I've done well over 10,000 LK runs in my day, for sure. Probably 2, 4. I take that back. It's probably right around 10,000 runs, I should say. Right around 10,000 LK runs. I've probably done about half where I hit everything and about half where I only hit the super chest. I have never, in the 5,000 runs where I hit, probably between the different corpses and the logs and the stumps and stuff, I was probably hitting 10 extra poppables per run, probably for about 5,000 runs. I've never gotten a high rune out of a poppable before. Actually, in my I take that back. One time in my entire career of playing D2 since the game launched, I got a low rune one time off of a poppable, but that was in Project Diablo 2, where the drop rates are 3x what they are in regular D2. So, but yeah, in any of those poppables at LK out of 5,000 runs, the highest I've ever gotten was a gull. So people always say, "Oh yeah, I got all this stuff, this and that," and it's like, I don't know, man. Not that they didn't. I don't think everyone's lying, but I don't know. If you do something that many times and it does, you never get anything, you know, it's hard to really convince yourself to do it again, you know. So, but yeah, I recommend just doing the super chests, but everyone can do whatever they want and whatever they want to do. Yeah. Yeah, Vincent, definitely what Vincent said there too. You absolutely get two campfires with the maximum number of super chests, which I'm assuming most people who hear me talking probably know what I'm talking about. But if not, look up a guide on it. It's pretty simple once you kind of see a video of it. So. Scott, no, I haven't really been following. I know what you're going to talk about though. How everybody said they found this Reddit post that said how Players 5 is actually better. I don't exactly buy it personally. If you actually go back and read the Reddit post, the guy made a correction to where he wasn't counting cubing up runes very low. He added in gull runes, and it made, technically, according to his calculations, Players 5 from cubing gull and up to make specifically only Enigma, Players 5 was 1.5% faster on the newest, he updated his post or whatever. But, I mean, if you were trying to make Enigma faster, why wouldn't you cube up even lower runes that you find? I'm not really sure, but I'm not doing the math for it because It looked like a lot of work to say, but let me go ahead and actually let me go like this. Give me one quick second. Of course there's an update. I forget who it was now. Someone sent me a link to it. As I'm talking about it, why don't I go ahead and look at it? Oh boy. Come on, why is Discord have another update every other day? God. Yes, physics site. So yeah, it's right here, and we'll just go scroll down to here just to look at. Got it looking right. Yeah. So player 7 has 9 rune drop patterns for the locked super chests and 9 for the unlocked chest. 7 and 5 for players 5. But the reason they said it was faster is because this Burrune's 2 and then Burrune's 4, supposedly, according to this new drop odds calculator thing, right? So, but if you only go down to talking about cubing up vexes, because the thing is too is right here, 2 ohms equals a low. Like, plus, see up here he added in, he added in where did it say? I forget where I read it. See, it changed from 3.97 to 1.5% faster from technically. Messed up. Not including gull runes and statistics. But why wouldn't you include lems and everything else? Because that's what I did when I ran LK to get Enigma. Where's the chest calculator? So here's kind of how it works too. Super chest unlocked. Players 7. We'll just go like this. What am I going to cube up? I cubed up from Lum and higher. That's what I did. So Lum to Burrune. Calculate. It'll take a second. This is player 7. Lower Kuras super chest. Resurrected. And these are all the patterns here. And it stinks because you got to go through and it doesn't say like the way he had it listed out. You have to go through here and count how many have each one. But yeah, if you queue up all these lums, all these lems, the foul runes, this is what I did. All these co's. I'd have to figure out if this would be faster queuing up all of these relative to the other players 5. I'd have to go through and count how many foul rune patterns there are, how many ist rune patterns, how many mal rune patterns. You know, total there's 230 here on players 7. Let's go to players 5 and see how many there are total. Why Shaco? So Roman, I was noticing, jumping back to the cold or whatever, I was noticing that it wasn't really any slower. So players 5, there's 221 patterns, and there's 230. So not that many more. I'd have to go through and look which ones are which, because if there's a bunch of lum rune patterns, that wouldn't matter. Like if there was twice as many lum rune patterns on players 5, but there was like 3 times as many Istrun patterns, that would be way more valuable, right? But see, that's kind of why I didn't go through and do the math yet. Maybe one day I will, but maybe one day. But yeah, just the fact that he went through and he added in gull rune to cubing up gulls to get better, and it went from 4% faster on players 5 to only 1.5% faster. It leads me to believe that if you added in even lower runes like Ist, that it would then become even more fat. It would become like even better on players 7. But I haven't done the math. This is just my speculation. Scott said you got 2 high runes from poppables. Okay. Yeah, see, that was like probably my fault making an assumption, because the other day, people do this gotcha game with me where they see something like that and then they come into my chat and go, "Hey Phil, what's the best way to run LK? Players 5 or players 7?" And I'll be like, "Player 7," and they'll be like, Phil, you're wrong. Look at this post I found. See, I know better." So that, not that you were doing that, but I just kind of figured you were asking me about that. No, that was my fault. I should have waited. I should have read all your comments before looking it up. But either way, it's kind of interesting information. It's definitely something. Maybe I could always use a good video idea, huh? Maybe I should go take a look at that. Comparing the player 7 with the lower ruins included in there. Could be interesting. Ray said you got a jaw from an LK chest. Ray, so are you saying you got a jaw rune from an LK super chest? From one of the chests around the campfire there, inside the hut? Is Chaos good for anything other than horking? Carity asks. Yeah. I mean, Chaos is just good all around for everything. Leveling until you're super high, anyways. But leveling, it's got the wispy boys to the casters or whatever that usually have a little bit higher rune drop rate. I mean, it's got density. It's got, you know, it's an 85 area minus, so they can drop everything in the game. A lot of the monsters can, anyways. Not everything. But yeah. Ogriax, let's go. BP Canev? We'll go with Canev, I guess. What's going on? What about time picking up gems in lower crust and combining to combining takes compared to doing more runs? Don't less runs necessarily mean faster? Yeah, that's the thing. It's an argument I made the other day too, that you know, if you compare efficiency to like running a bot, or are you taking in consideration the amount of time picking up and identifying every charm, or like you said, every jewel, saving the jewels you need to cube up the runes, you know, stuff like that. Like, it's so impossible to really take everything into consideration. Very difficult anyways. But Blastsphere coming in with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, thank you so much. Appreciate you for one of those Jeff Bezos subscriptions. Appreciate you. Gunlord says some people have too much time in their hands. Yes, this is true. This is true. Modern life is pretty easy for a lot of people, which is fine. But yeah. Anthony Burks, welcome in. Some people don't like that I don't carry around keys. I know that. I need that 7 more MF. I've been watching the YouTube for a while. Saw you were here too. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I dual stream YouTube and Twitch, so appreciate you and welcome in. Thanks for watching the vids. Slaying time before bed. Nice. Scott. Sick callback. I would probably find a lot more if I was doing Chaos Sanctuary, the Lightning Sorceress with Infinity. Good call. Oh. This guy. That's awesome. Lubus, yo! Thank you for the super chat. 5 euros? I think? I don't know if that's euros or pounds. I always forget. But thank you so much. You see later. Supporting the channel. Pounds. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was pounds. Thought so. That's what I thought in my head, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to embarrass myself. Finally switched Fire Druid to Wind. Almost never lose health. Interesting. Were you not using Cyclone Armor on your Fire Druid, maybe? I guess? But yeah, either way, Wind Druid is pretty sick. Probably the most powerful and quote-unquote fastest out of the different variations, I think, in my opinion. Just a straight up standard old school NATO Druid. Yes, Blastsphere. I am from Michigan. Yep. Yep. Feel confused every time. It's pounds. Yeah, I mean, I can't know every currency of the world. I wonder if there's something up with YouTube today, because it never did the notification for that, did it? For Lubis's super chat. It'll probably come through in like 45 minutes. What's this called again? It's not great, but it's like, is it Raven something? Stone Raven. 400 defense on a spear. Intriguing. Hungover from the big victory. No. I wasn't drinking during the game yesterday. You know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon drinking. I don't know. Sometimes, but not all the time. Yeah, Anthony said he was not rocking the armor on the fire one. Gotcha. Oh, battle orders. Fellow metalhead, nice. I'm a half metalhead. A lot of times people say metalhead, and then they're, I'm not necessarily into the same stuff they are. I definitely like the rock music and stuff, but I was like total emo music kid when I was younger, so kind of still listen to a lot of that stuff, to be honest. Flawless says, Phil being all judgy for you having a beer for lunch. No, I just kind of figured I should probably tone it down kind of recently. Also, like, I don't know if you heard what I said too. I said I don't want to have a beer at 1 o'clock in the afternoon all the time, is what I said. Implying that I do sometimes. Would Nightwings not be better than a Shaco? Yeah, so I started off with Nightwings, and then on players 3 here, like these, at least the skeletons, I don't know about all the monsters, but the skeletons, the amount of life they have, if it ticks twice, let's see, 1, 2, so the dung beetles take 3 ticks from the hurricane to die. So it's one of those things to where if you have the Nightwings, it does do more damage, absolutely, but it takes 2 ticks to take out the skeletons and 3 to take out the beetles, regardless of if you have the Nightwings on or not, but because it doesn't do enough damage to take less ticks, you know what I mean? Less damage hits of the hurricane. So I decided to swap it. Maybe if you're doing different players count, player 7 probably for sure, but I don't think this is really a player 7 type of build, so personally. But yeah, that's kind of the logic I put behind it anyways. Buck Native saying that the music selection perfect. Yeah, it's I'm really glad I found this, dude. Found this music, to be honest. Stuff I can listen to on stream. It's great. It's awesome. Like the new Linkin Park. I haven't heard any. Do they have new songs? I know they got a female singer to kind of replace Chester, or to sing for him in place of. It's okay. It's not as good as Chester, but like, what are you gonna do, right? I almost feel like it was a good decision to go with, even though it is kind of like weird, sorta. But anybody that they got would either be trying to sound like Chester and couldn't possibly do it, or would sound just absolutely nothing like him, and then it wouldn't sound like Linkin Park, you know what I mean? To where he kind of had a higher pitch, like dirty vocal, you know, scream or whatever. So to where that sort of fits. Not exactly though, but at least as it's a female singer, like I feel like you listen to it not trying to compare it to Chester, you know what I mean? So even though I know a lot of people probably aren't happy about it, I actually kind of think it's a good choice when I stop to think about it. Chester, oh yeah, so you're kind of, Neil said he's kind of saying the same thing as me. Chester, irreplaceable, so it's, yeah, okay. We're on the same page, yeah. And F saying, yeah, he, a metalhead, don't know why he's trying to deny it. Well, no, I'm not trying to deny that I was a metalhead. It's just when I say, someone says that, they're like, oh, you're a metalhead too, what's your favorite metal bands? And I'm like, I don't know, like the music I listen to is like Silverstein and like Atreyu, and they're like, that's not even metal. You're not into Iron Maiden and I don't know. Your favorite bands aren't Iron Maiden and Metallica and I don't know. You get what I'm saying though. Crypt up here a minute ago asked if I'm using a spirit or the four-faceted. So I'm rocking the four-faceted Monarch. I haven't tried using a spirit actually. Really all it would be doing is for the cast speed, right? Because survivability I'm doing fine. So I don't need the res or the hit recovery. None of that stuff matters really. But yeah. I don't know if I would, if I lose the 20 damage and the cause see right there I didn't cast a single tornado, so I don't think the FCR will help me out DPS wise much out here. Because I only throw 1 or 2 tornadoes. So at a time. So I think the minus res in that instance, unless I went with, yeah, I don't know. I don't need survivability. I don't need FCR. I'm trying to think of, I don't think there's really anything else to really help me. So I think I'm going to stick with the one Zake. Come on. Yeah. Yep. Reese soundtrack. There you go, Fred. Ooh. Reese soundtrack. What? No monsters in here. Come on. Ooh. There we go. What? Mana burn, getting after it. No good. Sunil says 3 days grace being back together is cool. So they got their original singer back? Like they got back together? I did not even hear about that, Sunil. Interesting. Yeah, because that's one thing. With Linkin Park, it's like a dual singer, so I feel like like getting someone to fill in for Chester. At least there's something holding it together there. But I feel, and this is just my opinion, if a band loses like their lead singer and they only have one singer, and they get someone else who sounds nothing like them, it's kind of like, isn't it just a different band, sort of? That's the way I feel, anyways. Chris says, "What's the point of TZ? Worlds don't keep." So yeah, just the standard regular monsters will be higher level too, though. So even the regular white monsters can drop items that they couldn't drop before. But also the main thing I would say, in my opinion, would be, like you said, more experience for sure. See, niche metal Camelot. I feel like I have heard of this band before for some reason. Don't know why though. Like it's like some epic Nordic metal or something, you know, like, could be wrong though. Matt Walsh did a good spot of Adam. Those must be the singers of 3 Days Grace. What's going on, Tay, by the way? Tay aka Troy. Flaw says AC/DC did a good job replacing vocalists when they left. Yeah, I suppose they did, didn't they? Gotta forget. Someone mentioned about Van Halen listening to all the different music, even when they replaced singer there too and stuff. I guess that is another one that kind of successfully did that transition too, huh? Top spots to farm with NATO Druid. So if you're going with Tornado Druid, top spots. I mean, you can kind of do everywhere, to be honest. Probably the Chaos Sanctuary would be the top one, because the tornadoes are physical damage, and I don't think there's any inherent physical immunes in the Chaos Sanctuary. Then you got the cold damage, if there are any, you know, from the hurricane. It's not a ton of damage, but it will kind of tick off as, you know, you hit monsters. The pits. Those are probably the two main ones, I guess. JMod question mark? No. It's just an M. Just an M with facets in it. Single player JMods are tough to come by, we'll say. See, Tay says, from what he understands, both those two people are vocalists for 3 Days Grace now. So they're like splitting duties essentially. That's interesting. Probably not a bad idea, you know, to kind of keep anyone who did become fans after Adam left, and then bring in the old people, so you kind of make that way you don't alienate anybody, and plus, then neither one of them has to work too hard on their voices, I suppose, too. Chris had never found a moniker deflecting with any sockets. I think I found one that got one socket before, like 1 or 2 or something. Oh man, I should show you the sick one I found online. Anyways, I found a jeweler's monarch of, I don't know how to pronounce this, so don't make fun of me, but Amisay? But anyways, it was a jeweler's monarch that had like 28 damage reduced on it or something like that, with 4 open sockets. So of course I went ahead and stuck soul runes in it, because they have 8 damage reduced apiece. So I got another 32 damage reduced. So I got this shield with like 58 damage reduced on it or something. But of course, like what do you do with that? I don't remember how much damage reduce comes on a Gurks or whatever. That's what people usually go with if they do the quote-unquote immortal sorceress, but... Spell it. It's A-M-I-C-E. I think. Kind of want to look at it after this run because it's so interesting. Probably worth 30 billion burr runes. It's one of those items that somebody will do something weird with, and they'll be looking for it and they'll never be able to find it. And then I have one, and I'll never be able to find the one guy in the world that like had an idea to do something and can't find the one item. I won't be able to find him to give it to him, you know, or to sell it to him. That's what happens with stuff like that. Amos? What's the E do then? What's that E at the end? That's got to be an A, right? That's got to be an A sound. Like French. No doubt in my mind. I'm a professional linguist. So yeah. Let me see if I get... Let me look at it real quick. Where is she at? It's got to be... I think it was in here. Just in the shared stash. Any plans on playing PD2? No. Nope. Ah, right here. Oh, it's only got 39. I thought it was way higher than that. Well, anyways. Still cool. So it's only got 39. Let me look real quick. Gurk Sanctuary. How much, what does this got on it? What? Gurk's Farm? Like, get out of here. It's brought me up some websites for a bunch of random places. Gurk's only has 11 to 16. 11 to 16 damage reduced, but it also has some magic damage reduced. Let me double check. Let's see. Damage reduced 11 to 16, magic damage 14 to 18. So 39 damage reduced. Yeah, that's after the 4 souls in it. Yeah, so I don't remember. I don't remember how much damage reduced soul runes have in them. I gotta let me double check that too now. Soul runes have... Where'd it go? Oh, 7. So, 14, 28. Oh, so wait. 7, 7, 14, 28. Don't only had a damage reduced by 11 on it? That doesn't sound right. Now it sounds much less cool than I thought it was before. Is that right? Give me a second. Hold up. Yeah. Never mind. I thought it was cooler than it was. It's barely better than just a regular shield with 4 soul runes in it. It's 11 damage reduced better. So it's better. What's my next ladder plan gonna be? I'm thinking about maybe doing a possibly frenzy barb. Maybe. I never commit though. Except to my wonderful, beautiful wife. Gotta make sure in case she's watching. Can never be too careful. Hardcore? No. Definitely not hardcore. Why frenzy? I haven't played a frenzy barb in forever, and it's not great for magic finding on single player to hunt for the Tyrell's Might. I don't believe, anyways. So I think it'll be a cool, like, just a different ladder starter that I think, you know, pretty much just kind of that. Then I can kind of do some stuff solo online, or you know, I could do things occasionally with other people and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe, yeah, that's the thing too. It might not be a good idea because when I do play online, I obviously want to play with other people, and barbs just don't work too great in like higher players count games. So maybe I'll rock something just different, more boring, and I don't know. 5k health, yeah, 5k when I'm not transformed into, you know, one of the other forms or whatever. I'm not werewolf or werebear or whatever. Especially werebear, I feel like you get like insane life with that thing. Not important to think about doing a singer. All right, yeah, singers are cool. Singers are cool for sure. Is that like Luke with a V? Luke, thank you so much for the Slayership. Ooh, appreciate you. More than just 1 month, I can tell by the color, but I don't know how many. But either way, thank you so much for the continued channel support. Fred knows what's up. When we get new members, we spam some emotes to celebrate. Love to see it. Love to see it. Sunil says Mosaic Assassin ? Yeah, definite maybe on that one. What sunglasses do I recommend for Mosaic Assassin? So I'll show you exactly what I would recommend for when you play Mosaic Assassin. This one this one right here, right there. This is really the best one, right there. Get one of these for when you play Mosaic. Primo. Do a Maul Bear for Druid. For a ladder reset, I don't know. Maybe I'll do, you know what? Maybe I'm going to go back to doing my other idea. So, while not necessarily the most exciting, I suppose, I was thinking about doing something like a Nova Sorceress, and then like maybe a few different days rushing people, at least through like normal and nightmare, and getting them to like, you know, into hell so they can start farming stuff and leveling up. So I could run like rush days while I'm streaming. Thinking about it, maybe. No for sure reset date yet, but it'll be early December, I'm sure. They're gonna do it so that we can have our 23 Nights of Terror. I'm assuming. Ooh, 2 seconds in there. Fully darkened Ray Charles glasses aren't enough. Oop, didn't have the right weapon out. How about that? Fun with the Tesladin, says Ryan. That's expensive, bro. I would never want to do something like that for a quote unquote ladder reset. I never want to, you know, because sometimes in an entire ladder when I'm playing, I never play all the months, but the amount of time I play for a ladder, most of the time I don't even get enough value to even get the stuff to make that, right? The dual dream. So I would never want to try to go for something like that on a reset, personally. And I never carry over value from other ladders, so Sork start is good and so dominant people are bored of it. Yeah, nothing wrong with starting with other stuff, and you know, who doesn't like doing something different here and there, you know what I mean? I do like Sork though. I mean, there are other considerations I kind of take into account too, like, you know, what I'm gonna do for my streams while I'm playing too. That's like another thing that I might do things differently if I wasn't a streamer, you know. Also, being in this position, if I play a character that's more powerful faster, I have an opportunity to like help people out and stuff. So I don't always take advantage of that. So I thought maybe I would go that route this ladder, you know, kind of lean into helping people out more so than just trying to get my gear and get myself better off. You know what I mean? Like Blizzard Sorceress just destroys. Yeah, I haven't started Blizzard. Actually, I don't think in D2R ladder. I don't think I've started Blizzard yet. I don't think I've ever started Blizzard on D2R. I started Fireball. I've started Nova probably 2 or 3 times. I don't even know. Actually, when D2R launched, my first character was a Fireball Sorceress, so before they even made any balancing changes or anything. Ryan started with Hammered and made into a Tesladin. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah. Kind of what I figured. Ever gotten to transfer a ladder item and regretted it? You ever forgot to transfer... and regretted it? No, I don't. I'm sure there was actually good items in high runes and stuff that I forgot to transfer before, but I don't remember them. You know, I never was like, oh, I got to transfer that, and then I was like, oh no, I forgot. I usually just give everything away at the end, before the end of ladder, anyways. I do have some stuff left over, but I've given away multiple fully decked out, you know, sorceresses with infinities and stuff like that usually. So another one of those situations where I'm in a different position than most people. Me doing this all the time, you know. So if I wasn't in this position, yeah, I wouldn't play as much, and I would like value this stuff a lot more, right? But yeah, for the most part, I usually give everything away, so I don't really have anything to like accidentally forget. Tommy, welcome in. Doing good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Yep. Do you have any players that are on both of your fantasy teams? I did have Drake London on both teams, but I traded him on my keeper league. Or I traded him that Pollard trade I was talking about. I traded him for some picks for next year, and in the deal was Jacoby Myers as well, if that matters. But do I have anybody else? I don't think I have anybody else. That was the only one I had for most season until I just traded him last week. Yeah, I don't want to say it right now. You try the internet password. It would be Yahoo. Okay. Great Poleaxe, not ethereal. Let's see. Best base for self-wheeled infinity. Should it be ethereal? So it should be ethereal, but it kind of ends up usually not mattering. Technically, the base has 10 less strength requirement if it's ethereal, so you technically want to do it in ethereal, but I don't know how much it really matters, I guess, because I don't know what a lot of people go with a scythe, I believe, for the base for self-wheeled infinity. Some people, I've seen people go with tridents and all these other different bases just to be different. So I guess I'd say scythe, but I don't know for sure what technically would be ethereal scythe, but I don't know. Someone might say differently, and I would say whatever you want to do, pretty much. Not important says I'm a noob. I value all them items. Yeah, and I get it. It's not necessarily about being a noob either. It kind of comes down to how much you play, mainly, is in my opinion. Like, you know, if you played, and I don't know, maybe you do, but like if I only had time to play like 15 hours a week, you know, then I'd value it more. But all right, come on, 35. You'd only be excited about this if it was like day one of ladder. That's the only time. 22, close to the bottom. Close to the bottom. So let's check that out anyways. But actually, now that I think about it, nowadays I probably only do play like 15 hours a week. I pretty much only play when I stream. But you get what I'm saying. Crash at Buffalo looked pretty good against KC. Yeah, I was flipping back and forth for that game. 4 seconds. No, unfortunately, if you Larzik that too, it'll get 5. You could cube it, but I don't need any ethereal bases, and I don't know how exciting just finding a plain ethereal would be. Sure, why not? I'll just check it real quick. Barb starts where it at, huh? Mr. Linvara? Yeah, Barb, a lot of people like starting with that, doing trap, doing Pindle, doing all that stuff, item find. I think I'm laying down. Nate wants me to rock a Tesla or some kind of Oridan. I don't know, I guess I never really started with any of those. I don't know how good those are before you get the crazy rune words to make them good, so. Chris said he's a fan of whoever's playing against the Packers. Nice. Fred kind of chatting about Caleb Williams up here. Yeah, I wonder how he's going to do. Didn't they get a new offensive coordinator, I believe? So we'll see how that goes. I know DJ Moore had a better game, but it's just one game. Caleb ran a lot more this week, so see what happens. See what happens. I have DJ Moore and Rome on my keeper league team, so I would really like for them to start doing better. That'd be great. This keeper league too, even if you're like in last place, you have reasons. You have reasons to win. So last place gets a punishment, which is devastating. I don't want to do any of these punishments. You can like choose from a list of punishments. I don't want to do any of them, of course. Yeah, the draft order is actually reverse standings of who missed the playoffs, and then it goes by regular standings after that. So if you make the playoffs but you're the worst team that made the playoffs, you would get the 5th pick. But the 4 that didn't, because it's only a 10-team league too, the 4 that didn't, so 6th place gets the number 1 overall pick, 7th gets the 2nd, 8th gets the 3rd, you know what I'm saying? So last place gets the 4th pick and gets a punishment, which I really don't want to. Oh, the punishment's weird too. I forget how so every person had to come up with a punishment for people to do, and then I think you get to pick from a list of the 3 punishments of the other 3 people that missed the playoffs but didn't get last place or something like that. I forget how it went, but just stuff I don't want to do. One of them's like you have to do a charity lemonade stand for like 6 hours or something. One person said you have to sit in a Waffle House for 24 hours, but every Waffle House waffle you eat minuses 1 hour. So it's kind of like a combo eating challenge / time sitting in Waffle House challenge. So not to mention, I at minimum, no, I don't want to get last place. And if I'm going to miss the playoffs, I want to get that 1st pick. Let's see, Phil Cape and Gaming in Chicago Sports. There's a guy Fred's looking for. Just noticed this comment a second ago. Caleb hasn't thrown an INT in 4 games. He's never been a problem. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so Phil Cape, the fan of Caleb, could be the play calling being the problem. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, the Bears ruin every quarterback, right? So if someone made that argument, I wouldn't argue with them necessarily. Darth Yoger. So the skill tree is the same as any. It's just max. So it's the same as a NATO Druid essentially. The difference is the gear, mainly. Season 9 live. No Shiv. Don't know when that's happening yet. This is just offline single player. P3. Brad Simpson, what's going on? Agree. Chris said the punishments are less humiliating than I expected. Well, yeah, like less humiliating, but like, I don't know. I don't want to take an entire day to like set up and run a lemonade stand for 6 hours someday. Like, who's got time for that? That sounds boring. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to a Waffle House and eat as many waffles as I can so I don't have to sit there all day and all night. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of fantasy football punishments, I guess, is the main thing. But I guess I just better not get last place then, huh? The thing is I just played the guy in last place this week and I beat him, so now I'm gonna be I'm up on him. I have more points than him, and there's only like 3 or 4 weeks left, so I would almost have to lose out. The thing is too, I don't remember if our I don't remember if our record screenshot at the end of the regular season and that's like the order, or if you go into the losers bracket and then you guys play head to head, and so it's like a 1 week, you know, if you lose the first week then you're in last place and you got to get the punishment, or if the whole season of me being better means that that he's in last place, you know what I mean? I think it's actually the after season trash bowl is what decides who gets the punishment. So I'm not sure though. I think I want to ask them actually. I'm be like, yeah, I'm not doing that punishment and I'm done with this league, by the way. Trash bowl, awesome. Yeah, I don't know about that. Not awesome to me. And if more bad luck comes my way, I have the most points against in the league, unfortunately. The league is almost a 1-to-1. Whoever, like, it's like points against, it's like, it's almost 1-to-1, like boom, 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 boom. Not literally. It never falls literally. Well, sometimes it does, but it's almost exactly that. Not that I'm saying the people that are up in the top, most of them have a lot, like, more points scored than I do too, so. But. Fred, I don't know what that punishment means. I have no idea what that means. Don't have insight on your merc? No. Nope. I have infinity. Mechanics, Ogre X. Fred said he'd do the Waffle House one for fun. Yeah, just don't eat. Go for like brunch, you know? Go about brunch time and just mow like, you know, 15 waffles and then wait like a little bit and try to eat some more. I don't know how big these waffles are. They made it sound like these waffles are huge and you couldn't just sit down and eat like 20 of them, is what they made it sound like. Thought it'd be a tattoo. Yeah, Fred, there was a 0% chance I would get a any kind of tattoo for a fantasy football league. No chance. I'd literally be like, what are you guys gonna murder me? I'm not getting some dumb tattoo. Like, get out of here. Chris says points against is only partially luck based. Yeah, only partially, huh? You don't say. Yeah, I should have played better defense, right? Jesse Bishop, welcome in. What's going on? Wicked Ball, yo yo. Couple legends hopping in right now. What's going on? Beal says the waffles are huge. You're not eating more than a couple, like 2 or 3 at a time. Really? Well, I can tell you, I'm definitely not picking that one then. So the punishment that I came up with is that you had to go shopping and out to dinner with your significant other, dressed as Crisscross from the 1990s children rap group. So I figured it was one that was like, because I didn't want to pick some punishment that like there was a 0% chance that anybody would do. Because then what's the point of even putting it in? Like, oh, this is so crazy, huh? Yeah, but no one's gonna pick it, bro. So I wanted to put one in that would be kind of funny, but that someone would actually pick it out of the 3 maybe. So, like going on a dinner, going out shopping with your wife, and you know, anyone who doesn't know who Crisscross is, it was like these 11-year-olds that rapped and they wore all their clothes backwards. So they wore like baseball jerseys like backwards with like big baggy pants, obviously, and or they wear hoodies backwards and they would like put the hood up and they'd be like pull the hood down and they'd be like yo yo. Yeah, and everyone's heard that one Jump song, of course. Yeah. Mac, that'll make ya jump, jump. Crisscross will make ya jump, jump. Yeah, everybody knows that one. I probably just got copyright hit for that right there. Bel Air, welcome in. Let's see. Anthony says, doesn't think I could give up Merc Insight. You don't really need it with this build. You don't really need it. Boy, everybody loves Crisscross. Holy moly. Didn't know that'd go over so well. Racist, 3 straight hours of meetings. Somebody save me. Unfortunate. You can just quit that job. Who needs it anyways? You ain't got time for these stinking meetings. Soon, 70k subs, Element. Appreciate you. Well, we'll see how soon. I don't really get... Subscriber counts don't really jump up on D2R channels nowadays, I don't think. So... I'm not getting like 20k subscribers a month or anything nowadays, but appreciate you. Oop, miss on the tornadoes. I have to do a hardcore enchant Sork if I finish last. Oh boy. No. Chris says when you got over 1,000 mana, it will regenerate faster. It does a little bit. I don't really do a lot of tornado casting, so really just the teleporting what kind of gets me. Yeah, it's not a ton, but you know, it's something. With how much life I have, you know what I should do? I should just split the points between energy and life, to be honest. Because, I mean, does my life in here ever get below, like, 3/4 health? That's honestly what I should do. I should go max energy. Next run, we're doing it, fellas. Max energy, Hurricane Druid. Ooh. It's the play. That's the play. Oh, look at it dipping. The thing is, too, is because the hurricane does the cold damage, I have the cold aura on this weapon, too. I actually have the prayer merc over here. So it does tick up a little bit. I have a cure up here, so. It doesn't, because I don't have an insight on, and also the life pool is so high, it doesn't jump up like crazy. 67. Well, actually, was it going up about a little over 50 per tick? So, I mean, it's not insignificant, I guess. Actually. Energy shield? Find a staff with energy shield charges on it, Phil. Boy, they should have energy shield charges. I could do that. Insight Iron Golem with the metal grid, huh? No. It wouldn't survive like at all on this build or on pretty much any build. Let's try it. Let's try it, huh? Max energy. Oh boy, maybe I need to put some points in. No, we're trying it. Max energy. Let's go. I don't know what that'll end up being with the battle orders and the Oak Sage. Oh yeah. I do notice that my Oak Sage isn't dying like at all, literally, when I max it out like that, so. $1,400 life. Let's go! Ooh, this is a perfect time. Look at the experience. Perfect time to try something like this with less safety. 1,400. We got almost 1,500 life though. But of course we have the what you call it? The shield up too. So look at that. Not even touched. Not even touched. Look at these resistances too. Look at this. Not even touching me. Do good, fellas. Now you can spam the NATOs. Look, it doesn't even drop with no insight. Oh my gosh. Let's go. New S tier strat right here. Max energy NATO Druid. Oh, SOJ! No doubt! Boom! Oh. 16, 208. Okay, Ravenfrost, though. Most builds need one of these, though. Most builds need one. Can't be frozen. Not a great roll by it, though. Not too great. Yeah, 3,200 mana on a Druid. To be honest, probably should split the energy. It is nice. Like, I can spam the NATOs, and it doesn't even drop. My goodness. I can teleport and spam NATOs, no problem. I might have just completely changed my outlook on, maybe on a normal NATO Druid. We should probably be splitting the vitality and energy. Like legit. Max Vita cringe meta. Yeah. You've been building your characters wrong. I can see the video now. You've been building your characters wrong with an arrow pointing to vitality with all them points into it. Oh my gosh. Video sells itself. I didn't see my coffee cup over here. Just got the little dribbly parts in the bottom. G2 saying just make your golem out of a cheap insight if you use metal grid. Yeah, I don't know that that's Don't think that's the best option. Raced,
Finally
yo!
got that first SOJ. Now if only I could find a charm rune.
A charm rune. Appreciate your race for the 5 months, dude. Not even the first month. 5 months at Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, appreciate you. Absolute Slayer. Yeah, this is perfect. You can see the dislikes now. Right. Now, if I did make that video about not going max Vita, man, the number of people would be like, this is the dumbest idea. This would never work for hardcore. Noob. I can see it now. Saffron said it made sense in the 1.10 days. Quarter to life. Why would you say it made more sense? Why would you say it made more sense back then instead of now? Because really, the Tornado Druid, not much of anything really changed with the Tornado Druid from back in the day to now, right? Maybe they did fix the minus res, I guess. So the minus res on Doom might not have worked before, but now it does. Work towards your elemental attacks or whatever. I think. Let me give it a zoom here real quick, just to make sure. Thomas Rojas saying, found an SOJ on ladder, but can't find a Raven Frost. I mean, it's not the worst problem to have. Not the worst. And Big William said he's got all this D-Web and things like that, but no SOJ. Yeah, it's kind of, if you don't run Nightmare and Dario, like on single player to find one. I know you're saying on ladder, so you couldn't do that. But like higher players counts, like 3 or 7 on single player and with a ton of magic find, it's really, you don't find too many of them, to be honest. So it totally makes sense. Like I've probably only found maybe 4 or 5 in my life outside of running Nightmare Andy. So I think the next run I'm gonna respec it to split the points between vitality and energy. Not that I'm really in a ton of danger here at all, but I feel like it's just a bit unnecessary to have to dump all these points into energy. And you might as well get some more survivability if the energy points aren't doing it for you. I think you could easily go half and half with the remainder. Yeah, Unforgiven says, yeah, the more energy you have, the faster it regenerates. True story. True story. The thing is, too, is with the life, the lower your life pool, the faster it appears to regenerate. So that's, you actually, when you get knocked down to half health, it gets up to full health faster than if you had like 5k health. Because it regenerates at a flat amount. So it's kind of like, it can look like it's keeping you alive, too, which is better than it was before, which is kind of cool. Cleansing Merc wasn't a thing before. Yeah, kind of true story. Getting rid of poison is so nice. That's the real reason why I went with, it didn't have Cure Helm before too, right? So that's one of the reasons I went with the Cure Cleansing or whatever. You didn't need the Cold Aura, so I don't know what I would have used back in the day, actually, if you didn't need the... I mean, Cleansing still did the same thing back in the day, right? Or am I mistaken? I don't remember. Worst base I would put a single player exile in. The worst one I would do is like a 45 res like elite base that was non-ethereal. Like I'd figure you gotta at least do that, right? At least. What's the stats for a 22 Iron Golem with no synergy? I'm not sure, but if that's what the metal grid is, Eric, I feel like it. I just know that it dies like all the time if you try to metal grid. I've tried it before, and there was only one way I could keep it alive. So, yeah, prayer cure combo. Good call there, Saffron. Why it's going up so fast? Because yeah, with just prayer, it probably regenerates like 5 life a second instead of 50 something. So yeah, good point. Take a good drink here, some H2O. Congrats, Unforgiven. Says he got a Jarun from the council. Nice. About time a streamer doesn't push Max Vita. The Max Vita Spiracy. Okay, so I got 455, so we want to go to like 225. Click, 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 click. Close enough. Boop. Oh. You mean I have to put points into stuff over here? Yeah, 32, 22. All right. Good. No monsters in this whole area, so we'll just don't worry about it. Oh yeah, see the mana is actually still even when I'm spamming NATOs, it's still staying 100% up with no insight either. Oh yeah, that's the play, fellas. Ooh. Might even be able to swap it even more, like 75-25 into vitality. Why not summon the wolves? Too much work. Too much work and not worth the effort, pretty much. Like, sure, I could summon ravens and all these different wolves and stuff. Literally takes 20 full seconds. So the run is like 3 minutes and I'm spending 20 or 30 seconds summoning all these wolves and stuff. Adding like 10% time onto every run, you know, or 15% time onto each run. It's like, eh. Yeah, I would use ravens, but they got that nerf, so. Chris says, been looking to make an exile, can't find an ethereal shield. Yeah, on here, I don't know if you remember, Chris, I still haven't found a good ethereal base. I think the best like ethereal base I found was like 30 res, maybe not even 25 or something. Like, just insanity. So I haven't made exile yet, but I was thinking about putting it in a non-ethereal base. So yeah. By the way, this nerf I'm talking about probably going to confuse some people. We're kind of half joking around here, by the way. See, Metal Grid Iron Golem on a not merc is not worth it. Oh yeah. It's kind of not. The only way, and it's even pointless now. Oh my gosh, so many unique rings. Hold up. Oh, Manal. Okay. So in cows on a energy shield Nova Sorceress, you can technically keep it alive. It's hard to keep alive, but you have to use it in places where there's strictly only melee attacks. So, and you have to telestomp every monster, and as soon as you kill the monster you telestomp, you have to immediately telestomp another monster, or he'll get chopped down like instantly. But when you telestomp a monster, none of your summons will get hit, only you will get hit. At least the Iron Golem won't get hit, I should say. Every cow will automatically hit you and only you, and not the Iron Golem. So you can keep them alive that way. So it was a thing that I did between the time when you could... when did I do that? It was right after... There's a reason that there's no point to do that now. Oh yeah, it was before you could self-wield Infinity. So now that you self-wield Infinity on a Nova Sorceress, there's no reason to do that, because I used to want to get the Infinity on my Mercenary to get that damage, but I didn't want to get rid of the Insight, so I wanted the Meditation Aura. But now you don't need to do that. So, it's pointless. So. Artosin, yo! Thank you for the brand new Slayership. Boom! Appreciate ya. Brand new into the Slayers. Any channel members in chat, make sure you slam some emotes to celebrate the new member. Welcome in. Raven's a poor skill choice. You've been researching it. It's bad. Yeah. Now, so the nerf joke we were making is there was some quote-unquote bug where Act 3 mercenaries were targeting ravens when they would cast enchant on that one specific type of Act 3 mercenary, and they quote-unquote corrected that so that they weren't getting cast enchant anymore. And it was a joke that when that patch happened, and it was like the only thing in that patch, it was like this last season, I think, is when they did that. They quote-unquote fixed it. So the joke we had was, oh my gosh, crazy patch notes. Huge Ravens nerf. Like, that was like the joke we were making. Because they could no longer, you know, be enchanted by your Act 3 mercenary. D2 MMA saying he made his exile in a 30 res ethereal base. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that you're probably better off. And you know, I never know what you found or whatever, or if you necessarily cared about necessarily making it in the best possible base that you could have or whatever. But I think you're usually better off in making it in a base that has all the res in it, and the defense probably doesn't matter like much at all. I think. Like the difference between, I don't know how much, like 200 and 400 defense on a shield, like if it really matters that much. I don't know. I think I'd rather have the res, but... Uh-oh. Does Ethereal Shield have normal smite damage? That's a question for somebody else in chat. I don't remember offhand. Eric, are you reading that quote-unquote build guide off of probably like Max Roll or something, I'm guessing? Eric Franz? Whichever way you pronounce that. France or France. Well, I guess I said it the exact same way both times. I can't pronounce it any differently. But yeah. Swindle. So I go over it like I do have a build guide for it on my channel, but I get asked so many times to go over my gear every day that I just I kind of link back. I kind of mention back to like check out the build guide I got on my channel. see the gear. The only difference is I have a Shaco on it, and in that build guide I probably have a Nightwings. Yes, wrecked. Boy, this thing is set up primo now. Primo. Saffron says, yeah, waits for the best possible base, proceeds to never make exile. Pretty much nailed exactly where it's at. The thing is with Obsession, though, I would never use Obsession unless it was like one of the best bases. Like, if you don't, then I would just never use it. So why Shaco instead of Nightwings? Because the amount of added damage doesn't really matter that much. Because if it takes 2 ticks to kill a skeleton with the Shaco, and it takes 2 ticks of the Hurricane to kill a skeleton with the Nightwings, then it's like, why does it matter, right? So either way, it takes 3 ticks to kill a bug with the Shaco or the Nightwings. Well, actually 2 apparently. So yeah. Essentially, I don't reach a damage breakpoint there. Oh, Tomas coming in with 10 gifted Slayer ships. Ooh. How kind of you. Thank you so much, Tomas, for the incredible generosity, supporting the channel. Spam some emotes for the legend. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Appreciate you.
Keep slaying there.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Keep slaying. Oh, and then you come in with your 17-month re-up. Oh my gosh. Round of applause. Thank you so much. Absolute Slayer. Absolute Slayer. Nightwing's a lot cooler, though. I suppose. Yeah, there was a few different factors. When I noticed that it wasn't, the extra damage wasn't causing any more kill speed, I kind of just went, you know what? I'll get the extra magic find, life, mana, damage reduction, you know. Because, yeah, it's only plus 15%, you know, so it's not too huge. Probably want to have the Hurricane going if I'm going to run a Hurricane Druid, huh? Probably be a good idea. Get back here, creeping. Chris said he got gifted a sub to somebody he never watched. Yeah, I never have it to people I've literally never watched before, but like I've hopped into someone's stream for like literally 10 seconds, and then like 3 days later I got a gifted membership from their channel, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Saffron saying a 3 Blizzard Glacial Spike Rune Staff would be dope. Yeah. I don't know if I would... I don't know which base I would necessarily want the most. Whether, like, Nova, Lightning Mastery. Can you get Energy Shield? But yeah. Or Fireball, Meteor, Fire Mastery. I think you can get all the different masteries on them kind of things, if I'm not mistaken. Glorious Axe. Let's go. We'll get them next time. Obsession best in slot because of self-wield infinity. Maybe. I have to look at it. I don't say fire then. For cold, I don't know. Just the way that Blizzard works and stuff. I don't know. I feel like getting more damage on. I guess maybe you could do something else besides Blizzard, like, you know, but the way the cold build works, I feel. Come on, get the hurricane out, buddy. Good job, smart. I don't know. Getting more damage after a certain point doesn't seem to. When I play it, anyways, the way I play, doesn't seem to speed it up at all. Because most of the time, it's not that I'm waiting or that I'm trying to like hit, and then it kills. It's that the blizzard is like hitting a monster, or it's like not hitting these monsters for some reason, and you're just like waiting for the monster to walk in the right spot for the blizzard to hit it. Is essentially what most of the time ends up being. I'll just go with Eric. I think France is probably the best bet. Gotcha. Nice. Grim says thanks. Just got a membership. Nice, nice, nice. Obsession plus 4 skills. It might be. Ooh, that's not spelled right at all. No, I'm not. What? To our obsession. Go here. So yeah, 4 skills, 65 FCR. So it would be the same as Heart of the Oak Spirit, right? Hit recovery knockback like a legend. Generate 70 all res. So, there you go. Any crafting session coming up? I just did a caster amulet video, my last video actually, a couple days ago. But beyond that, I don't have another one coming up, if that's what you're asking. Saffron says that the perfect staff for that Blizzard Sorceress, 1 on Tradery, no price listed. Probably a bazillion jaw. Yeah, I wouldn't look for a perfect one for Obsession on single player, but I mean, it's got to at least have 3 to the right skill off the bat, right? Like, it's got to have 3 to like Fireball or something. I'm not gonna make one in. It's like 1 Blizzard, one Cold Mastery. And it's like, all right, here we go, Obsession. Let's go. Do it. Yeah. We need to throw tornadoes. Hoto and Spirit is 75. Yeah, so it'd be like Oculus Spirit is what I was thinking. Let's see, 40, 35, 75. Yeah, it's right there kind of with Oculus / Heart of the Oaken Spirit. You don't have to make up the fire res that you're missing on the Spirit Shield, but then I think it ends up being, if my math in my head worked out, it's 5 less res than 5 less res to Cold Lightning and Fire. And Heart of the Oaken, a perfect Heart of the Oaken Spirit. It would be more res than an Oculus though. Yeah. Fireball, Hydra, and Mastery, says Saffron. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. MF sweet spot. So, I mean, if you get anything, it depends on your build, how fast, like how much you're getting more kill speed relative to, you know, MF. But if you fall anything over like 200, that's probably where you should go. Unless you can get more magic find without affecting kill speed, which is why I ended up throwing on the Shaco now instead of rocking the Nightwings. Gold per win. What's going on? Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. The good old Bezos subscription. Appreciate you. Oh, shoot. I was not paying attention to the time, and yeah, I just have a little bit more time left. My goodness. Good thing I just looked over at the clock. I gotta get off in like 5 minutes to go pick my kid up from school. Thanks a lot, chat. Almost made me forget my kid. I forgot I got on a little bit later because I was like making a new thumbnail and trying to decide what build to play, and then I had to put the build together, and then yeah. Oof, boy. Little Phil stranded at school. Right? Little Phil. TV. Almost a disaster. Anthony, yeah, I mean, I guess we can let that one go. It's nice to have all the election ads over with. I can agree with that. We'll allow it. Usually, yeah, that's... We can all agree election ads are annoying. That's for sure. Anathema. I only got a couple minutes left here, so I got a link at the top of the description to the build guide for this, if you want to check that out. Show all the gear and stuff. The only difference is I have a Nightwings on right now instead of... Or I have a Shaco on, obviously, instead of a Nightwings. See, Saffron said he sees one 3 to Fire Mastery, 3 to Fireball on Trader right now. All right. All right. So that's probably what I would need to make an obsession. Especially single player, man. Zod runes are just rough to find on single player. Just rough. Just rough. Those two, Biv, those too lazy to check the description. Appreciate you. Saffron never found a good 8-socketed staff. Yeah, me either. Me either. Got to go. Arfucci's peace out. Yeah, I'm almost there with you. Almost there with you. This is looking like the final run here. I don't know. Maybe I'll even stream tomorrow, though. Because, to be honest, I almost have my video. Usually on Tuesdays I post a video. Almost have it done. Because I was going to post one over the weekend, and then I got distracted. I ended up, like, cleaning the kitchen and a bunch of other stuff, cutting the grass and stuff when I was going to work on a video, so I ended up not getting it posted over the weekend, so. 6-socketed armor, says Sunil. Yeah, I haven't found a good one of those yet either. Still looking. Still looking. And yes, I'm joking, by the way, everybody. Not important that he found a 3 to light skills amulet. For a second, I thought you said you were saying 3 to light radius, and I got all excited. What was that? Oh, thought it was unique for a second. Saffron. Yeah, I figured you mistyped or something there, but yeah, obviously I got to go pick the kid up from school. So with that being said, thank you for the channel support today. Gifted memberships, Twitch Prime subs, regular channels members. Appreciate y'all. Channel support. It's no joke. I am not kidding. Thanks to all your generosity, you absolute giga chads. Make it possible for me to keep streaming and making videos on this YouTube channel and over on Twitch. So thank you guys so much. But with that being said, peace out. I'll at least have a video for tomorrow. I might even stream too. Because I mean, who doesn't love playing D2, right? Any excuse to play Diablo 2. So yeah, peace out, fellas. And don't forget, keep slaying. Ooh.